It's Naked Spa Day.
It's Naked Spa Day.
Hello friends, how is everyone today? Welcome to my channel, Ali here, a platform where we have some casual conversations about sex, relationships, and other fun stuff. We are definitely talking about something fun today. So let me tell you a little bit about the nude spas and what to expect if and when you go to Amsterdam so you can experience this for yourself. But before we get into that, I just wanted to direct you to my Patreon. If you click on the link below this description, then you will find ways you can support the growth and maintenance of this channel. A lot of my videos cannot be monetized due to obvious reasons. And so the extra contribution really helps this, there was a fly there, really helps the maintenance of this channel. If you're a current member, I just want to say thank you. And there are no nudes on there if you are looking for sexually explicit content. It is not the place for you, even though I am nude-ish right now. You ain't gonna see the rest. All right. Back to the video. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because last year I spent about 4 months living in Amsterdam and I fully took advantage of the spa experience there. I love going to the spa. I love it so much. I love going in the tubs. I love the cold dips. I love the chill lounges. If I really want to spoil myself, I'll get a massage. I love feeling the toxins just leave my body. We have a lot of really nice spas in Quebec. A lot of Nordic baths, which are usually the ones outside, usually immersed in nature. And you just spend the whole day doing the hot and cold hydrotherapy. It's amazing. So they also have all these beautiful spas all around the Netherlands as well. But the only difference is that you are required to be nude in them. When it comes to being naked in the Netherlands, there's some kind of liberal attitude where nude is being far from crude. Nudism or naturism is just part of the Dutch culture. Now, I would never really consider myself a nudist, but I also really wouldn't consider myself a purist. But even at that, for someone who comes from a much less progressive culture from North America, or Canada to be specific, going to the nude spa definitely took me a hot second to get used to. In the Dutch culture, they are very comfortable with nudity. It is actually very refreshing. And even though I don't really consider myself a nudist in public, like it's not like I'm a nudist where I actively seek out locations where there is a community of nudists that I go to and flock to be nude. But if I happen to find myself in a situation where that is, I'll definitely, get into it. But I'm definitely a fan of personal nudism. I love being naked at home. Gab loves being naked too. We always sleep together naked. If we're alone together, we're probably always naked. And there's something also really nice about being naked in nature. So when we do find ourselves in situations where we are alone, for example, when we're in Mexico and we're in the jungle, we're usually alone. And it's so much fun to wake up naked in the middle of the jungle with nobody around you. It's very liberating and very freeing. And I've also done the whole topless thing in Europe and so on because everybody does it. So there's no weirdness about it. No one is staring at you, making you feel uncomfortable because it's a very normal thing over there. This actually reminds me of the video I did about wearing a bra, where I feel more inclined to wear a bra in North America, whereas in the rest of the world, I feel like I don't really need to because again, people don't really stare in other parts of the world. But anyways, being immersed in a space with about 100 other naked people is definitely next level. So let me tell you a little bit about the nude spas and what to expect if and when you go to Amsterdam so you can experience this for yourself.
It's Naked Spa Day.
It's Naked Spa Day.
Big reminder, this isn't a sex spa. People don't go there to have like massive orgies and sex parties and so on. It is a legitimate spa. You go there to relax, rejuvenate, refresh, and just come back into yourself. You don't go there to get off. You don't go there to have sex. The Dutch are so used to this and nobody cares. Nobody is staring at you. You are actually the only person that is probably staring at everybody else, FYI. But you'll see that after a few minutes, you'll even forget that everybody is naked. Number 2, the Dutch are so comfortable and honest about the human body. Americans and Anglo-Saxons in general have a very different relationship when it comes to being nude and the human body. We're taught to be ashamed of it because it's often associated with being sexualized. We're conditioned to cover it up, to hide it, to be embarrassed about it. And we deny the reality that sometimes our bodies have a mind of their own and that they do embarrassing things sometimes. Number 3, you don't need to be naked all the time, okay? When you get to the spa, they give you a robe and you can wear that robe the whole time.
So we just got our bathrobes.
This looks like a nice spa. We have a lot of Nordic spas in Quebec, so we're used to going to them, but I'm excited to see this one. It looks really, really nice.
It's like an old military building.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's an old fort from the First World War.
Really?
1913, yeah.
You can wear the robe during transitions from tub to tub. There are some people that definitely don't wear the robe all the time, and that is totally okay. And they also have designated swimsuit days.
I hope it's naked day. Imagine it's not and we walk out naked and everyone's wearing their bathing suits. That would not
Nightmares.
be fun.
Nightmares are made of this thing. Like,
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
So the few spas that I went to, Tuesdays seem to be the popular choice for swimsuit day. So you are not allowed to be nude on those days. You have to go in wearing a swimsuit. Number 4, phones are prohibited for obvious reasons.
All right, guys, it's time we're gonna sign off because we're about to enter the locker rooms and we wanna respect privacy, of course.
Number 5, pick your people. Even though the Dutch are very comfortable being in the nude, the few Dutch people I know are still a little bit uncomfortable going to the spa with very close friends or going to spas that are near their house. So they tend to go to spas that are further away from them because the idea of bumping into a colleague or a friend or a kid's parent or something like that does still freak some of them out a little bit. And I can understand that. The first time I ever went to one of these spas was with Gab and one of his friends. I kept telling myself, isn't it gonna be really weird that his friend is going to see me naked and we're all gonna be naked together? But I just kept telling myself, Ali, it's okay, it's natural, don't make it weird, like it's gonna be fine. And I remember when we got undressed, I looked at him dead straight in the eyes. I did not dare to look down or anywhere else the whole time. I never looked at his penis ever. And he was looking at me dead straight in the eyes too. I never felt like he was eyeing me up and down and checking me out or anything like that. And honestly, after a few minutes, I kind of just forgot that he was naked. You kind of just forget that everyone is naked, actually. Number 6, there are actually many benefits that come with going to the spa in the nude, which include you sweat better, it's more hygienic, and you cool down quicker. So this way, you really get to enjoy the hydrotherapy of the hot and cold experience. Number 7 is you're probably going to feel pretty good about yourself after leaving the spa.
Comment tu te sens?
Full of dopamine, plein de dopamine et de oxytocine et de un petit peu adénosine.
What's the adenosine?
Un peu fatigué.
Oh, he's tired. It's a very nice experience, but 3 hours is definitely my limit on these places always. So, gonna take a shower. I mean, there's only so long you can handle hot, cold, steam, hot, hot, hot. I know life is tough. It's shower time.
Obviously, you're gonna feel good because you just spent hours at the spa. You know, I mean, who doesn't feel good after they leave the spa, am I right? But there's something about being immersed with 100 other naked bodies. I mean, when will you ever really experience this ever? It's very rare that you do, unless you live in the Netherlands and you go to these spas very often. But for most people who don't live in the Netherlands or Germany or other countries that adopt these kind of practices, you're not really surrounded yourself with naked, real bodies all the time. So being in this space where you're actually able to see real bodies, you really come to realize like, wow, everybody has a different shape, size, body, all different shapes and sizes. So you're seeing bodies with, you know, the cellulite, the loose skin, the saggy balls, the hair, the burn marks, the scars, the disabilities, the like all kinds of different stuff. And then you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh, you know what? My body's not that bad. I mean, I'm looking at all these people, not that their bodies are worse, but just like you see what the reality is as opposed to looking at what's on Instagram and what's filtered and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good way to put in perspective the way that you think of your body, because I guarantee you're gonna leave there feeling a little bit better about yourself. Number 8, finally, don't get weird. Don't be weird. Don't start getting creepy. Don't start checking out people. If people start feeling that you're a little bit of a weirdo, they're gonna tell on you and you are gonna get kicked out and blacklisted, okay? These places are really a safe space. It's a spa, it's a public place. It's not a place to feel violated and objectified, okay? Just keep it clean. Keep it clean, all right? And if you're curious, number 9, I've never seen a man there with a hard dick. You know, you'd think you'd be surprised because you're like, oh, I mean, there's gonna be naked bodies everywhere. I mean, even for Gab, I'm gonna ask him in a second how he felt when he was there, but he never got a hard on while he was there. I never saw a guy with a hard on. It's not that kind of place. It's not that kind of vibe. Like I said, when you're there, you get pretty familiar pretty quickly and you just forget that everyone else is naked and nobody is staring at you. And you feel quite comfortable. And you know what? The Dutch are doing something right. I mean, their food isn't that great, I'll be honest, okay? Sorry if I'm offending anybody, but Dutch food is not the greatest. But when it comes to their mentality about the human body and being nude and being accepting, they're great. They're great. They're great, they're great. And again, it's not just the Dutch, it's the Germans too, and other European countries as well, who have adopted this inclusive, wonderful, relaxed, comfortable with your body mindset that I think we should, you know, kind of bring over here and adopt ourselves. All right, so now I'm gonna go grab Gab and see how he felt about being in the spa nude for the first time.
What was your experience like at the nude spa in the Netherlands?
So at the nude spa?
Yes.
You want to know about my experience at the nude spa? But first, it was funny because we were with a friend. So already the experience was like funky enough for us, the two of us, but now we were 3 in like a little trio with GP. And it was his birthday. Oh my God, so that was funny. We were like, we're naked in front of each other. We were at the tramway like 10 minutes ago, so that was funny. And then you entered this place where everybody's naked. I think that day there was no guys. Like they just disappeared. Like, and all I could see was the woman.
I think there were men there. I just don't think you were staring at them.
I was spending not that much of my concentration on the man, much more on the woman, and it was more like, you see naked everywhere, and then at some point you get desensitized. Like you just live with you're naked, everybody's naked. It's like we talk about hypothèque, you know.
What's hypothèque?
That's just people have normal conversation.
I know. The people watching this video don't know what hypothèque
Yeah,
means.
the loans or
The
on
mortgage.
your house, like the mortgage on your house, blah blah blah. It's 3.7. Ah, like me. Oh, you had a good deal at 3.8. Everybody naked, pretending like we're not. I was the only one with my sunglasses there. Like, I thought it was a must. Plus, it was like this incredible spa. That was in terms of architecture, like the building with the exterior pool. It was a work of art.
It was very beautiful.
And so yeah.
Why do you think the Dutch are so comfortable in the nude?
Why do I think the Dutch are so comfortable on the nude? Must be like a cultural thing. It's like the northern part of Europe seems to be like we're naked. We like being naked. They're just like, as a people, they're more than us naked together. I don't know why. Maybe it is the spas, because I gotta say that in the spas, especially in that spa, like naked was better. It's like, I don't really want to get naked, let's say. It's like in life, I don't want to, it's not something that I wish. But there's a trade-off. Like if I get naked, what do I have access to? You know, and what's the ratio? And turns out that when everybody's naked, you get access to a lot more than what you pay, like being naked. Like, I'm naked! I feel a little shy, you know, because we all do, I guess.
You love being naked though. When
Yeah,
we're
but
together.
I love to feel that little like.
So you would recommend people to go and try the nude spas in the Netherlands or Germany or another northern-ish country?
I would recommend us going more to these places / types of places. Yes, it was fun. Everybody naked.
Everybody naked.
Yay!
Yay. Did you feel self-conscious?
What is that?
Did you feel insecure getting naked?
Yeah, I'd say you feel this little shyness thing. Like, yeah, insecure. Yeah, like you're like,
You felt insecure?
ooh, I'm so fragile. So I guess we all feel that, but that's also part of the fun a little bit. So you have like an emotion that you rarely have. Like, it's like outside the comfort zone, you know?
I feel like you feel pretty good after you leave a place like that because you see how different everybody's body types are and you're like, oh, actually, I'm not that bad. Like my body's pretty
Yeah,
pretty
you
normal.
don't. Yeah, you're not like exactly. You're not demolished.
You're not demolished.
Yeah, you exit. You're like, well, that's it.
Thank you.
Well, it was a pleasure.
I can't roll you out because I'm naked. So you'll have to roll yourself out. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good job.
So that said, friends, that's the experience of the nude spas and the nude culture in the Netherlands. Like I always say, try something new. If you happen to be traveling there in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands or even Germany, I've never been to Germany, but I hear that there are many of these spas as well. I would definitely recommend checking it out alone, with a friend, with your partner, with whoever you feel comfortable with going to one of these establishments, and just give it a try and see what happens. So that's it. Again, if you want to support this channel, you can do so by clicking on the link below this description to check out my Patreon, and you could also join my newsletter as well. Je vous aime.